The event I am planning is a wedding for my close friend Gabby. This wedding is planned to happen in June, and the location is a beautiful spot for couples to get married. I chose the Galleria Marchetti in Chicago, Illinois because Gabby was born and raised in Chicago, and it only made sense for her to get married in her hometown. This venue is a German-engineered tented pavilion with hanging chandeliers and black bamboo flooring. The tent is beautifully ruffled on the ceiling and invites a significant amount of sunlight in. There is plenty of space to seat 100 guests for the reception, along with a 15 by 15 dance floor. Gabby's wedding consists of her close family and friends. She sent invitations out to 100 people and now expects all 100 guests to show up since they confirmed their invite. All the guests should show up formally dressed and ready to dance the night away. Women are expected to wear appropriate dresses and heels. Men are expected to wear button-up shirts and nice dress pants, along with their dress shoes. The theme of the event is a romantic Mexican-style wedding with red and white accents. The ceiling is staying the same with the ruffles and chandeliers. The wall, where the bride and groom will sit, will be covered with red drapes and create a shape that complements the red and white linen table with roses. The reception will be a plated dinner. Therefore, there will be 10 white china plates on every banquet table, along with a formal place setting and red napkins in the wine glasses. There will be 10 banquet tables inside the tent to fit the exact number of guests that will attend the wedding. The centerpieces are 3 tall cylinder glasses of water with a floating candle on top of a rose and white pebbles. At the bottom of the cylinder, there are also red rose petals surrounding the cylinders, and this just makes the centerpiece look more romantic. The parents of the bride and groom will receive the guests at the door and give them a rose pin as a souvenir that they can clip on their clothes as they are being taken to their tables. Now for the menu. Since our guests are of Mexican descent, we plan to have food brought in by the relatives of the bride and groom. For appetizers, we will have crunchy empanadas stuffed with tasty chicken, beans, bell peppers, and cheese. Our other appetizer will be zesty pico de gallo, which is tortilla chips with a Mexican dip consisting of onions, tomatoes, peppers, cilantro, and lime juice. For the salad, we decided to have an ensalada de repollo consisting of cabbage, red onions, carrots, corn, tomato sauce, mayo, salt, and pepper. The salad pairs with the meal because the color and texture complement the crunchiness of the empanada, and guests can add the salad onto their entree and it will add a tasteful crunch. We will have a protein entree and a vegetarian entree for our guests who won't eat meat. For the protein entree, guests will feast on grilled brown steak along with golden baked potatoes and juicy chopped tomatoes with pepper, topped with a garnish. For the vegetarian entree, guests will feast on roasted sweet potatoes, roasted corn on the cob, chunky guacamole, and cooked rice with black beans, cilantro, and yellow pepper. The starch is the corn on the salad and on the vegetarian entree. The vegetable is the chopped tomatoes I mentioned earlier in the protein entree. There was also other starches and veggies mentioned, including sweet potatoes, rice, avocado, cilantro, and onions. We also plan to have Malbec wine to pair with our entree. This wine complements the meal because it has a fruity taste of black cherry, plum, and raspberries. This wine pairs well with the steaks because of its bold and fruity taste. Our guests will enjoy this wine because it's not too sweet and it won't affect the flavor of the steak. The dessert is a bouncy strawberry gelatin cake with white cream and graham cracker at the bottom. There will be 3 strawberry gelatin cakes placed on 3 different sized cake stands for our guests to devour. We will have entertainment. We plan to have a mariachi band play as the guests eat for the first 2 hours. We also invited a Mexican band known as Banda de Limon to play music for the rest of the night as the guests dance. After dinner ends, the bride and groom plan to do the famous garter toss with their guests, where the groom removes the garter from the bride and he tosses it to the male guests. There is also the bouquet toss, where the bride throws her bouquet to the female guests, and that just means Whoever catches it is going to get married next. There is a famous game played at weddings known as La Víbora de la Mar, where the bride and groom stand on chairs and hold hands to form a bridge between them. Then, a few strong men and women hold them at their feet as a long line of guests hold on to each other as they go under the said bridge. This is a fun party game, and the whole point of this game is to knock down the bride and groom as the guests attempt to push them off their chairs. This wedding will be unforgettable as it is a night of romance, bonding, and fun.